put the restrictor plates on. A lot of people saying that big crash on July the 5th might have had something to do with the restrictor plates because they stay clustered together at the restart, so it takes longer for the cars to start gaining speed. So that could have been a factor. This is just from the grapevine. So I guess they're trying to reduce that happening. So they're going to cut down to one green-white checkered on Sunday. Now, if there is a wreck during the one and only green-white checkered, the field will be frozen and the race will end in a caution. Since 2012, 4 out of the last 7 races at Talladega have ended in overtime. And pit road pitfalls. Faulty pit stops not good for some chases, namely Dale Jr., Kevin Harvick, Truex Jr. on Sunday at Kansas. During yellow flag pit stops during the 4th caution, the 88 restarted at 18th. Okay. At 160, then reports vibrations and comes down, has to come back to pit at lap 164. Dale Jr. would drop to 27th and finishes in 1 lap down and finishes 21st. Dale Jr. says, quote, "I knew we needed to come down pit road. We had a fast car, just never really had good track position and got behind. We didn't come here to run second or top 5. We don't need that. We need a win." So currently Dale Jr. 56 points behind first place Joey Logano. Truex Jr. pitted at lap 212, and there was an uncontrolled tire. This is a green flag pit stop, which we just mentioned. During race notes, and 78 had a survey pass-through. Okay, Truex Jr. wound up dropping from 10th to 23rd 1 lap down. Truex started the race in 7th. And then Kevin Harvick, the number 4 car, got penalized for removing equipment. I could have sworn it was a gas can. I think it was a gas can. It was a gas can, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I saw it. It was a gas can. I don't know why I threw... Someone mentioned a jack, but it was actually a gas can, which happens from time to time. It had to... So anyway, Kevin Harvick had to serve a stop and go. Harvick was running 4th and wound up in 22nd 1 lap down. He finished in 16th, currently 24 points behind Joey Logano. And NASCAR warnings to 4 Cup drivers stemming from last week's Sprint Cup race at Kansas. Dale Jr., the 88, for failing pre-race inspections. Matt DiBenedetto and Alex Bowman also penalized for failing pre-race inspections, and they both failed twice. Okay, 21, driven by Ryan Blaney, got penalized for a violation of Section 1072B of the NASCAR rulebook, having covers over some suspension parts inside the garage. The 80 and the 21 teams received warnings for 2 consecutive weeks. Teams that received 4 warnings since August lose their chances of picking pit stalls for the next scheduled race. And Kurt Busch, Stewart Hart Racing, Kurt Busch getting a contract extension, and a new sponsor, Monster Energy, okay, will be sponsoring some of the races. Okay, for Kurt Busch. Monster Energy will be sponsoring 1 race as well as Alpha sponsor. So that's the Hood sponsor, that's the Alpha, for 17 races, and a quarter panel sponsor known as the Bravo sponsor for 18 races. Monster Energy also sponsoring Kyle Busch in the Xfinity Series. Some Kurt Busch stats: in 535 Sprint Cup starts, has accrued 27 victories, 19 poles, 116 top 5s, and 218 top 10s. In some other news, son of Matt Kenseth, Ross Kenseth, is set to make his Camping World Truck Series debut at Martinsville on October the 31st for the Kroger 200. Ross Kenseth has already debuted in the NASCAR Xfinity Series on Father's Day at Chicagoland in a Joe Gibbs Toyota, finishing 6th. And one more, sold out. Okay, Sunday, November 15th, NASCAR Sprint Cup Series heads to Phoenix International Raceway for the Quicken Loans Race for Veterans 500. Grandstand tickets already sold out. This was announced on Thursday. Today, Hillside area tickets, though, are still available. Phoenix International Raceway will also be hosting NASCAR Camping World Truck Series and Xfinity Series as well. For info, you can go online to phoenixraceway.com or give them a ring at 866-408-RACE. Xfinity Series event is the DAV 200 honoring Americans veterans, Saturday, November 14th. And Camping World Truck Series event is the Lucas Oil 350. That's on Friday, November the 13th. And there you have it. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the schedule one more time. And it's a wrap for today. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, Saturday afternoon, okay, you have Camping World Trucks. Saturday, October the 24th at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Fox and MRN. It's the Fred's 250 presented by Coca-Cola, and that is with a 94 lap schedule. Then on Sunday, NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, week number 3 of the Contender Round, week 6 of the Chase, Sunday, October 25th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBCSN and MRN, CampingWorld.com 500 with 188 laps scheduled. And NASCAR Xfinity Series returns November 7th. 3:30 p.m. on November 7th on NBC, and that is the O'Reilly Auto Parts Challenge. And on Sunday, at 2:30, that's the United States Grand Prix, and that is on NBC. All right, good stuff. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all she wrote. So I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. Okay, we'll be back next week. We have 5 more RPs on tap for 2015 before we go on a holiday break, very long holiday break. And again, we run through November, and then we'll return in February. So that's the format we're going to be following from now until the end of time, ladies and gentlemen. Until I kick the bucket. This is that's the plan. Okay, so all right. In the meantime, I'd like to invite you to check out OK Radio at live365.com, keyword OKRUSA, home of non-stop rock and country. That's OK Radio at live365.com, and the keyword is OKRUSA. From New York, I've been your host, Manny A. Be good, be safe, have a good weekend, and this has been the Racing Podcast.